Hey guys, I'm CrazyCraft312. For all you little fans out there, I'm very sorry I've been away for like a month. I checked on my channel. It's just that I've been running out of things to do. If you know what I mean, like video ideas more. But now, I have something I think I really need to talk about. And I can trust that 38 of you who've subscribed to my channel. Or more possible fans who have not subscribed. Or who don't have an account, because it's fine, honestly. But that topic I'd like to talk about is not something you really think someone like me would want to talk about. It's politics. Now, you may have already seen my brother's video on this. However, if you haven't, go check that out. But you can just watch mine first, I guess. Just, do his later. You can watch both of them. I don't care which order. But Donald Trump. Oh man, this guy has been causing a lot of outrage. And I can see why. I personally agree with the outrage that he's received. Let's review over a few very heinous views that Donald Trump has. He quote-unquote wants to make America great again. Well, with his personal opinions, I don't think it's really going to work out if he's elected. First of all, he'd like to ban Muslims from the country. Now, the thing with this is that, terrorist groups like ISIS, they're comprised of Muslims who believe in Muslimism, I think, or Islam. Yes, Islam, that's it. I'm not very good with religion, sorry. But it's very few percent of the Muslim population. In fact, studies have shown that about 81% of American Muslims do not support terrorist acts. So I find it terrible that this man, Donald Trump, would like to ban all Muslims from the country, even when a lot of them don't really even support terrorist acts. Now, he also hates immigrants, and also refugees. Now, I take a lot of issue to that, especially with refugees, because they need our help. If you don't know what a refugee is, it's like an immigrant, more or less, but they come from a war-torn country. For example, we've been getting a lot of Syrian Muslims because of the current civil war going on there. I feel we need to provide these people protection. I mean, especially in a war where civilians are killed. I mean, we need to provide support. America has always been seen as this perfect place where anyone can become someone and start a new life. And we should live up to that. We need to give these people an opportunity to escape their past, their war-torn past, and create a new life in a better country. But Donald Trump wants to take that away from these innocent people. Now, if you are a Trump supporter, I please ask of you, please think again. Think again. Donald Trump is crazy. And also, think about this. Multi-billion-dollar tycoon. Reality show host. No political experience. Are those three things you want in a president? With the exception of the Bushes, I mean. I know they had that big multi-billion-dollar franchise, but, at least they were politically active and didn't have a reality show. They knew what they were doing, honestly, even if they didn't make the best decisions. It seems to him like this election is just one big reality show from the way he's been playing things out. When he first announced, back in 2015, that he was running for president, well, I was listening to the radio, because of course I was interested of this really strange story of a multi-billion-dollar tycoon and reality show host running for president. And when asked by one of the interviewers why he would be a better candidate than another candidate, Marco Rubio, who was also in the Republican Party, I forgot to mention that, Donald Trump is a Republican as well, just for Just not for any specific reason, just for clarification, I suppose. So anyway, Donald Trump replied with why he's a better candidate than Marco Rubio. He replied, because he has better hair. Now, this is a serious political matter. You don't need to give some snarky response, like, oh, I have better hair than him. Also, Donald Trump has terrible hair. How is that not a toupee? Good God. Also, when asked a similar question about, these were in the early days of his declaration of running for presidency. So, he was getting bombarded with, the lighter questions. His lighter questions was why he'd think he'd be a good president. Well, instead of replying how he would change things and everything like that, he instead went on about how he has the biggest wine company east of the Mississippi, and how he doesn't let his children drink. Now, obviously, this is completely unrelated. I mean, I really don't give a crap about. I don't really give a crap about the fact that you don't let your children drink. I mean, is that relevant at all to the situation? Come on. And he supports violence. Of course, when you have a ridiculous man like Trump, there are going to be some people who have actually woken up and see his ridiculousness. So, he has been receiving protests have started. One notable one I may include was one in Arizona, where 10,000 protesters stopped an entire highway. Trump protesters, because this is where a rally was going to be held for Trump. And to all those protesters, you have been brave. You've been brave to take this step to support something publicly, even when you might receive so much backlash and physical backlash, more specifically, from people who don't agree with you. So, rock on. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Trump supports the violent retaliation of his supporters against protesters. Now, a video was released of a Trump protester being led away by, a couple of security guards who I guess were just getting fed up with his protesting. But as this man is exiting, an older man, looks around 70, steps up and then punches the man in the face. Now, when asked about this a few days later, Trump replied by defending the man. The attacker, of course. Just clarifying. He said, quote unquote, that man loves his country. And he's defending him. A man who punched another man. The other man, the victim, was more than likely right. No, scratch more than likely. Is likely right. No, scratch that. Is right. That Trump supporter, I strongly dislike you. And as for you, Donald J. Trump, I will do everything in my power as a citizen of the United States to stop you. Even so, in my age. And to all out there watching this video, wake up. I hope this video has really helped you wake up, of course, to the truth about Trump. And if you already dislike Trump, and you already have woken up, then kudos to you. You see the truth. However, those of my viewers who haven't woken up to this horrible truth of Donald Trump, then I hope this video can give you a few reasons to dislike Trump. Anyway, see you guys. I'm really sorry. I made this really serious video, especially after a month away. I know my channel is more comedy oriented, but I just really feel like this had to be said. Okay? So, thank you for listening, and as always, peace out, Peep Army.